when I was more involved in conspiracy theory, the reason I still believe in conspiracy theories, but I got very, very deeply involved. I noticed I could track over a period of time that there were some mental health issues that were coming up the longer I stayed on forums, watched the YouTube videos, read the books that went with it. I mean, I went quite deep into some theories, but it had a negative effect on mental health over time. And eventually I pulled out. I was like, okay, this might be true, it might not be true, but I know that me looking at this is not helping. So I'm going to pull out, and things improve for me. Do you have any idea why it might have had that kind of effect on me over time?
I think conspiracy theories, the best of them, compromise the reality test. They offer you a deal. We will minimize your anxiety, but you will give up reality. So it's acceptable to you. And most conspiracy theories answer yes. Most normal people, I mean, not non-conspiracy theories, answer no. The overwhelming problem, the overwhelming service of conspiracy, overwhelming function of conspiracy theories is actually anxiety reduction. It's not about paranoia. It's not even about regulating the sense of self-worth, which are the classic theories of the psychology of conspiracy theory.
Okay.
One theory says that conspiracy theories are paranoids. And another theory says that conspiracy theories regulate their sense of self-worth and self-esteem, self-confidence, and so on and so forth, by adhering to conspiracy theories and thereby saying, actually splitting. Everything that's bad in me, everything that's unacceptable in me, everything I don't like in myself is the outcome of some conspiracy. The New World Order, Zionists, you name it. And everything that I do like and so on and so forth actually drives me to believe in conspiracy theories. For example, I'm a critical thinker.
Right.
I don't buy the mainstream stories, you know. So we would say that conspiracy theories are essentially egosyntonic. Yeah. And they provide only positive reinforcements. And this is exactly the secret of the power of conspiracy theories. While all other fields, politics, science, I mean, you name it, provide a mix of positive and negative reinforcements. For example, if you're trying to create a scientific theory, sometimes you'll succeed, very often you will not. So there's always, you know, negative, positive. Conspiracy theories provide you only with positive reinforcement. And in this sense, by the way, they are a conditioning experience, because they condition you. But the real core of conspiracy theories is anxiety reduction. It is a form of self-medication. Now, we develop anxiety usually in two situations. Or when we are faced with a threat, especially if the threat is not well defined, a fuzzy threat, a kind of blurred threat, or when we are faced with uncertainty. Of course, the two go together, because of the threat, you're uncertain. When you're uncertain, it feels threatening, and so on and so forth. But generally, these are the two classes. And what conspiracy theory allows you is to regain control. Control is utterly imaginary, but isn't this the core of conspiracy theory? Conspiracy theory tells you, give up reality. So the imaginary control within the imaginary space of the conspiracy theory feels very real.
Right.
And so the control has three components. The control is gained or accomplished via three components. Conspiracy theory provides meaning, provides an explanation of the world. So it is an explanatory principle. It's also an organizational principle. It takes disparate phenomena, puts them together in what appears to be a coherent and logically consistent system. In this sense, of course, conspiracy theory is scientific. The conspiracy theories are scientific theories.
Okay.
This is exactly what science does.
Yeah.
Science tries to explain and organize disparate phenomena that apparently have no connection via a series of underlying principles. You will see as we progress, and if you survive, you will see that conspiracy theories have many commonalities with science.
Okay.
And with the pursuit of science, scientific principles. And that is, I think, one of the reasons they're so durable. Why they can't, I mean, just don't vanish, but because they appear to be very scientific. So this is the first, we're talking about how conspiracy theories allow you to feel that you had regained control, so that your anxiety is reduced. So one way is to explain the world, to give the world meaning, organize it. The second way is to simplify it. Conspiracy theories remove all kinds of extraneous fringe data and remain with a very clear, bright, solid core. And they tell you, listen, ignore all this. Sometimes they tell you, listen, the other type of data or information are intended to mislead you.
Right.
I mean, don't pay attention to this. So, in effect, conspiracy theories are built on confirmation biases. They negate or vitiate countervailing information, and they create silos, they create bubbles within which, but they simplify things. Again, it's exactly what science does. Science tells you, listen, mate, pay attention to this and ignore all the rest. And this, we call it parsimony. This principle in science is called parsimony. You must pay, the simpler the theory is, the more likely it is that it is correct. And also the more beautiful it is. Conspiracy theory have beauty, aesthetics. We'll talk about it later if you're still alive. And the third element of regaining control is identifying enemies.
Okay.
Conspiracy theory helps you to identify enemies. Now, I don't want to hog the conversation, although it's a bit too late. So I will not go right now into the character of the enemies, because all conspiracy theories, without exception, have enemies with three characteristics.
Okay.
Ultimately.
Okay.
But I will stop here. So this is, I think, this is a main psychological function: reduction of anxiety via an imaginary regaining of control via explanation or meaning, simplifying and identifying.